Vin.
I'm Sori.
That's Booby.
And Kofi and Chip.
MC5.
Yep. Kick out the jams.
Kick out the jams. As we go deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into Punk Week.
Yep.
The week
beginning to understand it a little bit more.
Beginning to understand it. I've got a let me read punk music.
Oh, the definition?
Yeah, I want to like get like maybe a little Wikipedia definition.
I've never heard of MC5.
I've never heard of Zonia said something about MC5 one time, but punk rock or punk is a rock music genre that developed in the mid-70s in the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. All the bands we've listened to have been from the UK so far. Rooted in 1960s garage rock and other forms of what is known as proto-punk music, punk rock bands rejected perceived excesses of mainstream 1970s rock. Punk bands typically produce short or fast-paced songs with hard-edged melodies and singing styles, stripped-down instrumentation, and often political anti-establishment lyrics. Punk embraces a DIY ethic. Many bands self-produce recordings and distribute them through independent record labels and other informal channels.
That makes sense. Like some of their music, you could see that they kind of have that edge to them.
Do it yourself, DIY, Yeah, I agree.
And if you're going to say, F the system, well, you have a lot more credibility if you are doing that with your record label, you know?
Correct. The term punk was first used by certain American rock critics in the early 1970s to describe 1960s garage bands and subsequent acts that perceived as stylistic inheritors. Between 1974 and 1976, the movement now bearing the name punk rock emerged, etc., etc. So there's punk. It's about it's a do-it-yourself kind of simplistic stuff because we're not here to impress you with our scale work. Okay.
Yeah.
This is Kick Out the Jams by the band MC5. Go!
And right now it's time to kick out the jams, motherfucker! Crazy now, baby, 'cause we all got to do no when the dressing room got hazy now, baby. I know how you want it, y'all. We get tight, the girls can't stand it when you're doing it right. Let me up on the stand and let me kick out the jam. Yes, kick out the jam. I have to kick them out. Yes, I'm starting to sweat, you know my shirt's on, but what I'm feeling is the sound that I bounce and resounds off the ceiling. You gotta have it, baby, you can't do it without it. When you get the feeling, you gotta sing along with that mic in my hand and let me kick out the jam. Yes, kick out the jam. Kick out. So you got to get enough, you know you can't get enough this fucking thing. Gonna get in your brain, drives you insane, leave it frenzy. The wiggling guitars go, the crash of the drums, make you wanna keep a rockin' till morning comes. Let me be who I am, and let me kick out the jam. Yeah, kick out the jam. I done kicked them out.
You picked a live. Was that a live performance?
That was the one you pointed to and said, "Get that one."
You try to blame me for your failure.
I'm telling you what happened.
We're just not going to agree.
Anyway, see, I like the attitude. It always makes me feel like laughing every time I listen to any of these songs. I like the it's like that teenage attitude that you don't want to have to deal with if it's your own kid, but somebody else's kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I can imagine all the parents. When did this come out?
mid 1970s is what that other thing was saying.
Well, no.
It was when this thing started, so yeah.
Punk as a movement start. I'm assuming it's in the 70s somewhere, though, but... Yeah, these guys are... 1969, Allahu Akbar.
Whoa.
So these guys were, like, at the bleeding edge of the punk movement.
Yeah, it's funny because I don't... For some reason, I have this thought in my head that, like, back then, like, people were more, like, respectful and, you know... but it wasn't, you know, kick off the jams, motherfuckers! You're like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yeah, I can imagine, like, some poor, you know, conservative parent, and then your kid is playing this stuff. Forget about it.
Yeah, but at the same time, I can picture a kid being like, you know, like if the parents are like, stop playing that noise, and you know what I mean, like kind of coming after them for their music, and like playing this and feeling good, like, you know what I mean, like, what is he saying?
What?
Well, just as it's singing about like what they're doing and how it feels, and the sound of balance, what a feeling, you know, I know my shirt's all wet, stuff like that. Like they're really getting into it and they're really enjoying their music.
Right.
And so I would think that if you were the type of person that like picked up an instrument and your parents were not good with it, you know, that this would feel good to listen to. Like, no, like, I'm doing this.
I feel like a lot of this, I don't think that you'd have been able to play this in your house as a kid in 1969. I think you would have had to go to these shows.
Yeah. And
take part in it, because I just think a parent in the... So if you're a parent in 1969, that means that you came up, what, in the 40s? Maybe even the 30s, because you've got to have time for your kid to be a teenager, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
You're, what, mid-30s by the time you were in the 60s. So you were born in the 30s. So I just don't see a mom and dad who were born in the 30s allowing that motherfucker in their household.
Well, maybe they had a censored version, or maybe you just play it on your guitar yourself and you know what it's saying.
Yeah, I just feel like a lot of this is like about the live show, like going there and seeing it live.
Yeah, you're
and
probably
feeling
right.
like a real rebel.
Yeah,
and just rocking your MC5 shirt, and you know
what they're saying, and your parents don't because they can't Google it.
Yeah. The stupid mom doesn't even understand that I've got this like vulgar band, and she doesn't even know. Ha ha ha. Punk forever.
Yeah.
I could totally see though how you know, this would be a giant movement.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's so offensive.
Yeah. But that's how all these songs keep being.
Yeah.
They're like, we're giving it to you raw, and this is how it is.
Yeah, no bells and whistles, no whatever. Just, you know, let's go, kick out the jams.
Yep.
I'm gonna kick them out. Yeah. Well, I feel pretty good. I guess I could get crazy now, baby. Because we all got in tune. And when the dressing room got hazy now, baby. What do you think that's about?
I think they were smoking in there. And then the dressing room got hazy because of that.
I know how you want it, child. Hot, quick, and tight. The girls can't stand it when you're doing it all right. Let me up on this stand and let me kick out the jam. Yes, kick out the jams. I want to kick them out. Yes, I'm starting to sweat. You know, my shirt's all wet. What a feeling. And the sounds and the bounce and the bounce off the ceiling.
Have you ever played your guitar that, like, much where you got sweaty?
Oh, sure. Of course.
Wow.
And that's not that difficult, babe.
Well.
It's not that difficult to do, especially if the place isn't ventilated.
Yeah.
There's no AC.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You're playing in the summer. It's not going to
Well, no, I can see for them how that would happen, but I was wondering with you, but then I thought to myself, why should I ask such a question like that? Of course he has. What have you not done on 10?
Well,
What's the laziest thing you ever did in your life?
I sleep.
No, that's not lazy, babe. People need to sleep.
You're not being productive.
Is there anything that you did that you were like, yeah, I half-assed that?
I'm sure.
You don't remember?
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I'm sure. Anyway, you know my shirt's all wet. What a feeling. I like this rhyme scheme, though. Look, it says, what a feeling, and the sounds that abounds and resounds and rebounds off the ceiling.
Yeah, I liked that part, too. When it was going, I was like,
that's that hip-hop, the external, internal rhyme scheme thing, which is very hard to pull off.
Yep.
So this, I think, is about the live show. It's about rocking out at the live show. Right? Because it says the sounds that abounds and resounds and rebounds off the ceiling.
Yep.
So this is a live show. You have it. You gotta have it, baby. You can't do without. When you get that feeling, you gotta sock them out. Put that mic in my hand and let me kick out the jam. So it's like very, very simplistic, but it's also talking about his drive to make music.
Yeah.
Right? Like he has to do it, and you get that. You can't. He's saying you can't do without it. And when you get that feeling, you gotta sock them out. So. This is kind of like a couple of the other punk songs where it's like, it seems like he's just saying not random, but very, 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 very simplistic things, but at the same time, they're very, very deep. Because at the end of the day, even though they're punks and they're nonconformists and it's simple and da-da-da-da-da, they're still artists. And an artist has to make his art. They have to do it. Whether or not they get paid, whether or not they get...
Yeah.
Whatever, an artist still has to be an artist, and I think that's what he's saying there.
Well, remember we saw that one band and we were like, they didn't seem like they wanted to be there and stuff like that. Like, that's not the kind of show you want to...
Oh, yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah.
So, like that's what you want. You want a band that's going to come out and be like, that.
Right.
I can't do without. When you get that feeling, you got to sock them out, put that mic in my hand and let me kick out the jam. Like, that's what you want.
Yep. I'm with you 100%. I don't know who Miss Mackenzie is.
I don't know.
You got to give it up. You know you can't get enough Miss Mackenzie because it's in your brain. It drives you insane with the frenzy. This guy can rap.
Yeah. Yeah.
The wiggling guitars, girl, the crash of the drums make you want to keep a rocking till the morning comes. Let me be who I am. Let me kick out the jam. I bet Miss Mackenzie's his teacher in school. That's
what I was wondering. I'm like, I wonder if this is somebody older than him, but they heard the stuff and they were like, I kind of like it.
No, I think Miss Mackenzie was that horrible teacher in school that said, you're never going to amount to nothing. And he's like, yeah, Miss Mackenzie, now even you have to listen to my songs and you can't get them out of your little brain.
It could be. I remember, like, my brother had this teacher. He hated her. Her name was very similar to that one. And he hated her. Oh my gosh. And he never, like, he talked about her for years after. We'd be like, I cannot believe he's still talking about that teacher. But she drove him right up a wall, man.
Yeah, there you go.
So it could be they throw it in the song.
Yeah. All those teachers that'll say you remember the guy that talks about Camp Evander?
Yep.
That guy. Big Hispanic dude. Hated her. I forgot his name.
Yep.
Because he's the only teacher that, like, came and told us, like, you guys suck, you're horrible, you're never going to amount to anything, half you're going to be dead or in jail.
Thank you.
He hated us.
That's crazy.
He hated us. It's like, why do you even have the job?
Yeah. Well, maybe it's what you're doing, and so to try to switch.
Well, he came up with these real, like, elaborate ways of, like, disrespecting us. It was hilarious.
Really?
Yeah, like, so we were in Truman High School, and then Evander High School was where you would go for summer school.
Yeah.
And we came in because he was 7th period, and by the time it's 7th period, we only had it was just like and he passed out this little bulletin and everything. It was very well done, and it was like a brochure.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Are you bored with summer? Are you tired of having all this free time? We have the deal for you, Camp Evander." And he come in and he had all the list of people who he thought was going to summer school, which is basically blasting everybody. It's like, Mr. Vin has, he's got to make up 20 percentage points in 3 days, which is highly unlikely, so he's going to Camp Evander. And he blasted everybody. He hated everybody. He was such a terrible person.
Oh my god.
Such a bad person.
Well,
and of course, all of us, pretty much everybody that he predicted was going to Camp Evander ended up in Camp Evander, right? So, what could you do? He enjoyed it.
Did you go?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
He enjoyed it.
I was too busy cutting school and, whatever to, stay in school, kids. But yeah, he was a horrible person.
Oh my gosh.
I bet you anything, I'm in a better seats in Laban than you are right now. I can guarantee you that. But, whatever. I bet you don't even know what.
So many
I bet you don't even know what seats in Laban is, you miserable person.
You idiot.
You
Wait.
dumb buck. Seats in
mean?
Laban, situation in life.
Okay.
Which, the way it's used technically, he and I actually are both in the same seats in Laban, but he doesn't know that.
There's like lots of people who say like that, they had some teacher or something, or parent, heaven forbid, but it does happen, that said something like that to them and it really affected them. Like, I know my father had like a teacher that basically said that he was going to amount to nothing and he was just going to be like a loser or whatever. And my dad owns his own business and he's successful but
you were wrong.
Yeah, but that was part of his mindset, like that affects your thinking. Like, how are you going to be a teacher and tell a kid that?
Well, maybe he was trying to motivate us.
Well, I think that you can tell when it's somebody that's motivational and somebody that's like resentful of you.
Right.
There is a difference.
Yeah. I don't think he was trying to motivate us. He was just...
You're just trying to...
He was very unhappy with his own life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was sick of dealing with you guys in 7th period where nobody wanted to pay attention.
Yeah,
so.
I'm sure. I'm sure it'd be very frustrating.
Yeah.
But, so this song is about being yourself and how the music works to carve out your own individuality and expression. You got to give it to him.
And rocking out. Or punking out.
Rocking out is fun.
You can't punk
you
out,
wait.
That's not good.
That Slipknot Behemoth concert, you're gonna see, like, especially if I get you familiarized with enough of the set list for Slipknot, like rocking out is fun.
When is that? Did you even?
I have no idea. I think did they release it today?
You told me it was releasing today.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be like May 15th.
We got to get our folks in soon. But anyway, rocking out is fun. Carmen is hilarious. Carmen, why are you so funny?
She pulls up Facebook.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a post she put on March 4th.
Yeah.
So, if you're interested, you can scroll back and find it. Do you see it? When is the date?
It's on Loudwire. We'll take care of it later.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Well,
if there's some New York, see, Albuquerque, Lincoln, Nebraska. Where's the New York? There it is. Wantagh, New York, on August 28th. Oh, we got time, babe.
New York and Massachusetts both, right?
Oh, no, that's Virginia, isn't it?
MA?
Oh, no, Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably do that one. Or do you want to go back to New York? We should probably do Mansfield, 8/27.
I think that we should.
All right, 8/27.
Oh, baby's still going to be pretty little by then.
Reach out to Slipknot, see if they can give us some tickets. All right. Anyway, what do you rate the song?
Oh, yeah. What do I rate this one? This one was fun. I'm going to give this one a 9.3.
I'll rock with you in 9.3. I think it's a 9.3. Watch all. Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone.
Kick on the jam. Yeah, kick on the jam. I done